Hey, what's up guys? Greg here from Grommet, and really excited for you to watch today's video where we're going to be breaking down, as I'm going to put it up on the screen right now, 7 lessons from helping more than 700 products. Actually, it's closer to 800 products since I've made this presentation, going from undiscovered to unstoppable here on Grommet. And we're going to take you behind the scenes and show you everything about what makes the most successful launches on Grommet, and not just on Grommet, but what are D2C brands, e-commerce brands doing today to really help them to create unstoppable momentum in their business, which means more customers, more sales, more revenue, growth, which is what we are all seeking and what we are all after. And yeah, this is going to be a whole lot of fun. So here's a little preview of what we're going to cover here today. We're going to talk about this concept of discovery marketing and why it's so difficult for, these new and emerging brands, startups, D2C brands to get discovered by shoppers today. We're going to talk about the Oprah Effect, something I love talking about. I've been talking about this concept forever. It might be better said like the Joe Rogan effect, because Oprah doesn't even have a show on TV anymore, but you'll learn all about that here. Why that you are the brand, especially as an early stage D2C brand, and why you need to be front and center when you go to market, the snowball effect, and how to turn every sale into a snowball marketing event. And then we're going to go through offers, how to make better offers, what you get wrong about offers, how to fix it, and to make unstoppable offers. It's going to be a whole heck of a lot of fun. If you guys don't know who I am, I'm the director of growth and the head of brands here at Grommet. I'm an Emmy award-winning producer. I've been in the video and media space for the better part of the last 2 decades, doing all kinds of fun stuff. I host a really cool show with Marcy McKenna called Grommet Live. You can watch it every single week on YouTube and Facebook, where we really break down and showcase some of the coolest makers and products live every week that you can buy right now on Grommet. I'm the co-founder of Arte Shades. You can see some of the sunglasses up this way. Back here, this is a brand I created with my 11-year-old son, Colton. We create sunglasses for young athletes. Super duper cool. I'm a husband, dad of 3, maybe what I'm most proud of, baseball coach. I am at Greg Roulette on LinkedIn, at Greg Roulette on Instagram and Twitter. And I personally know just how difficult it is to launch a new brand. I've launched lots of different brands. I've launched a couple e-commerce brands in my career. You can see I launched a supplement brand called Ambitious, where we had nootropic supplements, coffee creamers, all kinds of fun stuff. You can see that on the left there. And then on the right, that's my son Colton, when we got our first shipment of inventory from the sunglasses in. Like, I know just how difficult it is to create momentum, to get traction, to get those first sales, to get sales from strangers on the internet who come to our websites, who come to these different platforms and marketplaces and buy our products. I know how hard it is. I know when you have boxes and boxes of stuff and you need to sell it. And I also know how exciting that it is when someone buys your stuff, when you're packing those orders. We pack orders in the kitchen every day before school. I know how exciting it is, and the smile that you get on your face and the satisfaction of knowing that some stranger found your product and knew that it could solve their problem, and so they gave you their money and bought your product or service. How cool. It's like the best feeling in the entire world to do that. And I come from the music industry. I spent about a decade on the road in the music industry. And in the music industry, there was, when it was CDs, like, I don't know, some of you guys are too young to even know what CDs are, but in my era, it was CDs. And you would go to this company called Disc Makers. It's who everyone went to. They had like a monopoly on the industry. You would go to Disc Makers and you would print up CDs. And the minimum run that you could do, the MOQ at the time, was 1,000 CDs. So you had to buy 1,000 of your album when you were a musician. And you would get all these albums. They would come to your house and you go, "This is awesome. Look, my CD's here." And then you go, "Oh crap, now I have to sell 1,000 CDs. And it was like this daunting task. And I think e-commerce is very similar. When you are so excited about your product, you've been working on prototypes and getting patents and going back and forth with manufacturing, and you finally place your order and you get all the inventory showing up and the pallets come and the truck comes and they back it up, whether in your garage or in your warehouse, wherever it is. And now you're like, "Oh crap, now we need to sell these things." And so many of you are in that position. You're in that position right here, right now, today. And we want to talk about how to overcome this and become unstoppable. So yes, who is ready to become unstoppable? I know that I can't wait to share some of this information with you. And hopefully it is very, very helpful for you. So let's go ahead and get started. First, talking about why discovery is so hard for you guys here in 2024. Well, the first thing is rising ad costs. You guys know it doesn't matter what platform you're on, ad costs are going up and up and up and up and up, and it's not going to get cheaper. It's not going to get easier. It's only going to get more complex. There's more competition coming in. It is very expensive to run paid media and paid traffic today, especially as a startup brand competing with all these other brands that are out there. Most marketplaces, it doesn't matter which one you're selling on, they own the customer. They are they have a lot of customers that come to them, that trust them, that buy from them. But at the end of the day, how can you build your business if you don't even know who your customers are? If you don't have their information, if you can't resell to them, if you can't launch your next product to the people who already supported you on the first one, marketplaces own the customer, which is really, really difficult for you to build and grow a loyal audience. There's also a ton of competition and counterfeits out there. It's easier than ever for someone to copy basically exactly what it is that you do. You make, a cool phone case. It's really easy to just go to Alibaba or wherever and be like, hey, make me a phone case that looks like this, and someone can do it. Very hard to copy your product and then place it right next to your own product. And then you got to think about like offer optimization, all the things that you need to do to convert these strangers on the internet and get them to buy your product. So your offers, your images, your ads, your videos, retargeting, the email copy, the landing pages that you have, your Shopify store, your copy, like everything needs to be highly optimized. And this isn't maybe your strong suit on what you wake up every day just so excited to work on optimization and making your offers that much better. All of these things make discovery really, really hard right here, right now, today. And so let's get started showing you some of the things that you could be doing right now and focusing on right now to grow your brand and grow your business to go from undiscovered to unstoppable. The first thing, the Oprah effect. I mentioned it earlier. Maybe it's the Joe Rogan effect, or name whatever, podcaster or YouTuber or whatever it is that has a show, that has an audience. But if you remember back in the day when Oprah would talk about any product, mostly she was famous for like her book. She would talk about a book, the book club, whatever it was, and that book would instantly jump to the New York Times bestseller list. Whenever she would talk about a car or a product, that would instantly sell out in minutes or moments. And so the same thing's happening like with podcasts today with Tim Ferriss, Joe Rogan, again, insert whoever it is that you listen to. They mention a product and boom, sells out. The Taylor Swift effect, maybe that's another good one. When she wears a certain shirt, that shirt sells out instantly. And it is this idea of having this platform, and if you were going on Oprah, you would tell everyone on the planet. If Taylor Swift was wearing your shirt, you would tell everyone on the planet. If you were getting interviewed by Tim Ferriss, you would tell everyone on the planet. But the thing is, you have to treat every moment as if you were going on Oprah or being mentioned by Taylor Swift or on the Tim Ferriss show or whatever the case is. You have to do that. So this is our guys from Chillin' Real, super cool. They launched on Grommet, and they wanted to tell the whole world that they were launching on Grommet. Let's see if this plays. If it doesn't, I'll make sure that I have a link below.
Great news, I have a way that you can save 20% on a Chillin' Real and Spill Guard bundle today.
Was not expecting that answer.
See, we just got featured on the Grommet, which is a cool website that features unique and innovative products. Like this koozie that you can fish with right here, featured on Shark Tank.
Damn!
So all you have to do to get the 20% off is upvote the Chillin' Reel on the Grommet today. And if you already have a Chillin' Reel, maybe you can still do us this one quick favor. It's kind of a competition to get to the top of their weekly list, which will spread the word about this little invention even further. Upvote us on the Grommet today. Thank you guys very much, and reel them in cold.
So I love what they did there. They treated launching on Grommet like it was being on Oprah, like it was being on Shark Tank. Like they used all these elements. They made a high production video. They made it a big deal. And you know what? They sold hundreds and hundreds of Chillin' Reels on Grommet because they activated their audience, they got people engaged, and they made it seem as if they were being featured on Oprah. I got another example here from the guys at Pepper Pong. Love this one. I'm going to share the example below so we don't have to watch, another minute or 2 minute video. But again, they made it a big deal. You need to make everything that you do a big deal, and it doesn't matter if it's launching on the Grommet. It doesn't matter if you're launching a new color, a new SKU, if you are getting into retail, if whatever that it is, your 1 year anniversary of being in business, your 1,000 sale. If you treat things like they are a big deal, so will your audience. If you treat things like, oh, it's just another ho-hum day, so will everyone else. So treat everything as if it is a big deal, because others will see it as a big deal. If you treat it like a big deal, others will treat it like a big deal, and that's what you want, is you want people thinking about your brand, doing big things, and that's gonna help you to create momentum. It's gonna get them more likely to share, to check it out. If you're just like, oh yeah, we got a cool new color, you should probably check it out today, no one's gonna wanna take action because they're bombarded with things that are more exciting. Make everything that you do exciting. Make it a big deal. That is the Oprah effect. Number 2, if you're a new and emerging brand, you got to remember that you are the brand. We don't have, $1 billion budgets to go out and run Super Bowl commercials. We have to create engagement and momentum, one conversation at a time, face to face, you liking me liking you, and us having a relationship and a dialogue together. And in the early stages, that means you being front and center in your brand. I mentioned earlier, all these like counterfeits, anything can be copied today. Especially product wise, especially if it's like a plastic product, everything can be copied. You know what can't be copied? You can't be copied. Your personality, the reason why you created the product, the problem that you had, because that same problem, millions of other people are probably experiencing the exact same thing, and they want to trust you, the person behind it who spent days and weeks and months and maybe years finding a solution and finally bringing it to market. And having that relationship with that audience and the community is so important. You got to remember that you are the brand. The more front and center that you are, the more you're going to create those relationships and those connections. And how many times have we heard that you're like one connection away from the breakthrough? How do you create those connections? You got to be out in front and center of your brand. You have to talk about your product. Yes, you got to get your phone out or the camera out and talk about what it is that you do. You got to do things like what I'm doing right now and educating people and teaching people and training people and sharing your story. All of that is so important because that can't be copied. You can't be copied. Your products can. So create that direct relationship with your list. I love this email example. When you can put a personality behind a brand. So most brands, when they send out emails, it's just from the company and it looks like a template and it's just graphics. There's no personality. Well, Breeze, one of the brands that we have here on Grommet, this is an email that they sent out to their entire database. And first you'll notice who it is from. It's not from Breeze. It's from Corbin from Breeze. So you're creating this relationship now with Corbin, one of the team members at Breeze, and he starts it out instead of like, hi subscriber, or, just a big banner that just says like 10% off. It's like, heyo, if you followed my emails long enough, you know that my grandparents are obsessed with Breeze. So he's, now Corbin, his grandparents. It's heyo, it's very personal. Again, this might not be how you talk to your audience, but how can you talk to your audience? How do you talk to your audience? How do you talk in your normal everyday life? Yes, like even just me doing this webinar or this video for you right now, like I'm hype, I'm energized, I'm excited, but this is how I am all the time. I bring this personality into what it is that I do. Energy is infectious. Personality is infectious as well. So how can you add this into what it is that you do? On all Grommet product listings, we have a place for brands to share their story. And this is Nicole Cuervo from Spring Rose. Love Spring Rose. They have like an adaptive bra that can be put on like 8 or 9 different ways. It's really cool. And she talks about why she created the brand. This cannot be cloned and copied. Another brand can go out and create a bra that can be put on 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different ways. Maybe not the exact same way because of patents and things, but like they can't copy why Nicole made the company because of her grandma. Despite living with chronic pain, my grandmother didn't let her suffer from them in her life. Still, I noticed how her bras exacerbated her pain and made it challenging to get dressed. When I tried to buy her an adaptive bra, the options were unattractive, sizes limited, not functional. Like that's the thing that they can't steal. And the more that you can get out there and tell that story and get people to relate to that story and say, you know what, that happened to my grandma too, or that happened to my aunt, or that's happening to my mom right now, or that's me. You're talking to me. That's how you build the brand in the early days. That's how you go to market. That's how you build that momentum. That's how you get that snowball rolling and create super fans of your brand. Here's another one with Marilyn from Headlight Harness, a husband and wife team making dog adventures safe and easy. And they talk about the story of how their dog, walking her dogs at night, a black cat happened across her path. One of her dogs wriggled free and almost got struck by an oncoming car. How many people with pets can say like, oh, that happened to my dog. Oh, my neighbor was telling me a story just like that. And now you're creating this community of people who have the same problem, who are rallying behind you. And again, eventually becoming super fans of you and then the brand buying your products. Very, very cool. This is Daria from Infinity Clips. Love her story. We've talked about her so much because she's had such an incredible time at Grommet, and we love supporting her and her products. But you can see here in her product images and stuff. This is a screenshot of her Grommet page. It's her, right? Because in the early days, we don't always have a huge production budget to go and hire models and influencers and all these people. So she's just like, you know what? I'm going to take the camera out and I'm just going to film myself using my own product. I'm going to be my own influencer. And I love that she does that, but it also is like, whoa, that's her. That's the person who created this product and she uses the product. The old like hair club for men commercials, if you remember those like way back in the day, is like, I'm not only the president, but I'm also a customer. And it's like, the founder was bald and he created this product. So I love what Daria is doing here because she's like front and center of her brand. I'm the founder. I use this product. Here's why I created the product. And it's getting people to buy into that story. So powerful, so important. Thing number 3 that we're going to talk about is showing the outcome. I love this concept because so many times we take bland product shots that are just on a white backdrop or whatever it is, and people are like, I don't even know what your thing does. I don't know, how is it going to help me? How does it work? Like all of this stuff. We want to show people visually what our product does, the benefit that it's going to have on our life, and how we can see ourselves getting that benefit, having that experience, and getting to that outcome. Don't tell people how great your products are. Actually show them how great your products are. And this starts with your photography and your imagery. So when you're taking photos of what it is that you do, you want to take photos that, if you have dog treats, show happy dogs eating them. Don't show the package. Show the dog loving it and wagging its tail and so excited to have this dog treat. If you have like a phone case or something like that, like show people using the phone case. Not just a picture of a phone case on a white background. How are people using it? How are they getting the benefit of it? You make, cups, right? Like show people enjoying the drink. Out in the settings, like showing it, cheersing it, like show people how great your products are. Show them how it's used, especially if it's something that maybe needs some education or maybe like, I don't know how that really works. Show them. Right? Through video, through images, through all of these different mediums that we have today. This is a really cool product called Rough Rest. It's like a camping bed for dogs. And I love what they did here is, they're like, look, I could see my dog on that bed. I could see my dog camping. I could see my dog, rolling up under that blanket. Now I got to have this product. I want this product versus just, well, here's a picture of the bed on a white backdrop or a green backdrop or an orange backdrop or whatever it is. It's like, no, like, man, I got a dog just like that. I could see my dog using this. You want to put your potential customer, your prospect, in the shoes of, whatever imagery that you're creating so that they can see themselves getting that same benefit and having that same outcome that they have. This is Spleesh. Love this. It's a leash that's also a water bowl. How does that work? How the heck does that work? Well, if it was just a picture of the product in packaging, you would have no idea. But because here you're like, oh, now I can see it. And I love this, the video that they have there. I screenshotted up this screenshot on purpose. So on the left-hand side, that's a vertical video, like a TikTok, UGC, Instagram Reels style video. And it's so strong that you can pull a truck with it. Visually showing someone pulling a truck with it and the leash not breaking. That is outcome. That is demonstration. That is showing how cool your product is. They're not telling people with a bullet point that you can pull a truck with it. They're literally showing someone pulling a truck with this leash, showing the dog drinking out of, how does the water bowl work? It's a leash. How does it show it? This is such a powerful thing that you need to do in your imagery. Moving on to number 4, email is so powerful. As you know, here at Grommet, we email a lot. From the brand side, we email our brands and we're sharing tips with you and updates and new things that we're doing to the platform and how people are having success on the platform. And then obviously on the shopper side, we're emailing all the time with, curated lists and new launches and all this great stuff. You need to be doing the exact same thing. You need to send more emails. We need to all get better at email. Email is one of the best things that you could do to possibly grow your brand today because it gives you a direct relationship with your customers. If you post something on social, people might see it, people might not. The algorithm might not even serve it to the people who are even following you, but email gives you that direct relationship. You have 80 people on your email list, you know that they're going to send it to those 80 people. Doesn't mean that 80 are going to open it, but you have direct relationship to those people. And these are your super fans. They've either opted in or they bought something from you and you want to talk to them, not just when you have a sale, not just when, there's a big event, not just during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, but just on a Tuesday. What's going on in your world? What's going on in your life? Keeping them updated. Hey, we're getting ready for this or that or whatever it is. Have that relationship and build and keep that relationship. So here's a really cool email Observer Tools did when they were featured on Grommet. I love this. They're telling, again, Oprah Effect. Check us out. We're on the Grommet. Give us an upvote. We're featured on Grommet. Just whatever that it is, whatever's going on in their life. This is an email that we send on my son's sunglass brand. And I love this because we're just telling people hey, my son is a travel baseball player. Most of our customers of this are parents of travel baseball players. So we're just saying, hey, here's what happened this week. Last week, we kicked off our season at the U-Trip Winter Nationals. We won the championship. Here's me with my ring with sunglasses on the head. And we're just telling people how we performed and how we did and what happened at the events and, all of that stuff. We're just keeping people in the loop with that direct relationship. And then we're like, yeah, if you want a pair of sunglasses, click here and you can go buy them and you can check them out. These are good, Evan, our good friend at Pocket Socks, email pop-ups. and using custom email pop-ups based on source. So if someone comes, this is one that he did when traffic comes to his website from Grommet, he has a Grommet pop-up and he's like, welcome Grommeters, pleased to see you. Truly, we're thrilled to learn of the comeback and celebration, and for a limited time, sign up below and receive 25% off. So he customized his pop-up based on traffic source. So if you had somebody coming from Facebook or someone coming from Amazon or somebody coming from different traffic sources, you have different pop-ups and the audience is like, whoa, I'm in the right place. Whoa, you have a special deal for me. And they sign up. This is how you grow your email list. And now you send them the discount code and some of them convert into purchases. And then the other ones you keep emailing with good stuff. And eventually they buy from you. So how do you get better with email? Love the email on the right-hand side from Soak. Did such a good job when they launched on Grommet. Their product of the week winner. First thing is you want to capture emails, and you want to capture emails all the time, not just when you get a customer. Capture emails, when people are, just coming to your site, exit pops, different campaigns. Capture emails all the time. Pop-ups. Pop-ups are cool because you can do it on entry, right when they come to the site. You can do it timed. I love time delay. So maybe someone's been on your site for 30 seconds, 45 seconds, 60 seconds. They're more engaged because they've been on the page. Now, boom, you hit them with the pop-up and get 10% off, 20% off, whatever it is. And then exit pops when someone's leaving the site. Wait, before you go, I have an offer for you. Whatever it is, but use pop-ups. You can also use pop-ups for giveaways. Instead of 10% off, 20% off, you can just say like, hey, this month we're giving away 10 pairs of sunglasses. Just enter your email address to automatically be entered into the giveaway. Obviously, make sure you comply and rules and compliance and legal and yada yada. But giveaways are another great way to do it. You can use social to drive to email. So on Facebook, saying like, hey, go to our website, join our email list, and this will happen. I see this with contests and things all the times. One thing I do want to talk about is if you want to get someone's email address, usually you need a better incentive. So 10% off is like what the average normal everyday e-com brand does. Hey, give us your email address, we'll give you 10% off. That doesn't cut it because 10% off, especially like if your product's $29.99, that's $3 off. That's not super exciting. I don't want to give you like privacy, personal information. I want to give you my email for $3. I'd rather just pay full price. And so that's why at Grommet, we do 20% off because now and that's just for an upvote, but you do have to log in, you have to have an account. So it kind of is like getting an email address, but we do 20% because now like, oh, that's exciting. This is a $50 product. I'm getting $10 off. Whoa, that's a big deal. That is a mountain that I'm willing to climb because I want that incentive. So think about better incentives. And it doesn't always have to be a discount, but discounts do work really well. With email, we want to send more frequently. Don't just send when you have a sale or something big going on or Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Send weekly. Just give people updates, keep people updated on what's going on in the business and what's happening and cool new reviews and stuff that you're doing in your life and, hearing from customers and what they're doing with your products. Send more emails more frequently. And this is probably the way to do that is to share the journey and bring shoppers along with you, to build in public, to make them feel like they're a part of the brand and they're there behind the scenes building and growing the brand with you. And that's where personality is like the email I shared from my son a couple minutes ago. It's what we try to do like on the brand side. When I send you emails, I'm always just like telling you what we're up to and the events that I'm going to and it's crazy over here at Grommet Land, and I just try to keep you guys up to date and really bring you behind the scenes of what we're doing here at Grommet versus just like here's a cool thing, bye, right? Like no one wants to open that. They want to get behind the personality behind the brand. You want to, if you're going to segment, there's millions of ways to slice and dice lists, especially if you're early stage. Really just segmenting buyers and prospects, people that have bought your products before, people that haven't bought your products before. If they haven't bought, you want to get them to buy for the first time. If they have bought your products before, do you want them now gifting? Do you want reviews? Do you want them to refer other people? Like, what do you want them to do? So it's, something different that you want your buyers to do and your prospects to do. Those are the two segments I usually recommend. HTML, plain text. I love sending plain text emails. I've gotten a little more into like branded email, especially on the Grommet side. But for my whole life, up until like the last like 2 years, I've always just sent plain text emails because it feels like I'm just writing to a friend. I'm just getting on, I'm journaling, I'm talking. But again, as you build brand, you want to build more brand into it. I totally get it, but keep it simple. Write like you're writing to a friend, and they're going to treat you in that same way, and not just like here's a banner with a sale and a button. Like that doesn't build relationship. That's just straight transactional, which works, but it works in the short term, not the long term. If you're going to split test anything, split test subject lines. That's the number one needle mover. We always split test subject lines here at Grommet. We split test usually 2 to 3, let it run to a subset of the list, and then we pick the winner and we send it to the big portion of the list. Always split testing subject lines makes a huge difference because there's a huge difference, between even 30 and 35% open rate. If you got for us, like with a multi-million person list, just say it's 1 million people. Well, 30% is 300,000, 35% is 350,000. That's a huge difference that just a subject line can make the difference in opens there. So split test subject lines. Whew, man, we're flying. Number 5 is offer optimization. We got to get better. Guys, as a community, we have to get better at making offers, because your offer is not just how much your product costs. I just was on a podcast earlier today. We were talking all about offers, and I was just like, most brands are like, I made this phone case. It's $19.99 plus $4.99 shipping. That's your whole offer. That's not an offer. An offer is everything that has to do with your product that gets someone to say yes. What is it going to take to get someone to say yes? We want to create better offers. Some things that we've done on Grommet, like increasing with the buy boxes, the variants, and the different things that you could do, and the order quantity, and the return policy, and how fast it is to shipping thresholds to get free shipping. All of this stuff is super important. You see it on the right for that deep sleep pillow spray. A single is $28, a 3-pack you save 10%, and you get free shipping, so it's only $75. So making better offers for higher quantities, like all this stuff is so important. So let's go through some offer elements. Obviously, price matters. Have you price tested? Is your product price elastic, or is your product price sensitive? Price sensitive meaning it's a commodity driven product and you can't charge a higher price. Is it a premium product? Is it in a category of one where you could charge more? Can you go from $19.99 to $22.99? What does that do to your margins? What does that do to your conversion rate? All of that matters. Buy more, save more. It's one of the easiest bundles you could possibly do. Buy one at full price, buy two and get a discount, buy three and get one free. Like, what can you do to buy more? And the more that you buy, the more that you save on the product. Super good strategy. Shipping. Well, is your shipping flat rate no matter what that you get? Is your shipping based on weight and location just to where it's going? Is there free shipping on certain thresholds? Is it you pay for shipping, but it's free shipping over 50, your product's 40, so it almost forces people to get 2 of your products. So how can you play with shipping to make your offer even better? Is your product a subscription product? Can they subscribe and save? They can buy it once for $49.99, or you could subscribe to our monthly membership and get it for $39.99. They save like 20% in that instance. Bundles, buy 1, buy 3, buy 5, buy 10. This works really, really well. Lots of Grommet products do this now, where they're offering bundles on the Grommet. Upsells and cross-sells. So this could be post-purchase, this could be during the cart process, but having upsells and cross-sells. So upsells being like, hey, thanks for buying this one product, you'll also love this. Cross-sells could be post-purchase in an email, like, hey, thanks so much for buying this. While we're getting your order ready to ship out, you might also like these things, and because you just purchased, you get 20% off if you add it to your cart in the next 24 hours before we ship it out, or whatever it is. So cross-sells, super important. Risk reversal. Do you have a money back guarantee? Is it 30 days, 60 days, 90 days? Is it 12 months? Is it lifetime? How do we take and remove the risk from the buyer? So they're like, I don't know if this is going to fit me, or I don't know if this is going to work, or I'm buying this from my dad and he's not very good at technology and gadgets. So I want to make sure this will work for him. Like, how can you take the risk away from customers? The more you can remove the risk, the higher the conversion rate typically becomes. Social proof, that could be reviews, that could be, are you featured in the media, that could be celebrity endorsements. So all these different elements of social proof that help people to say like, oh, well, if it worked for Kim Kardashian, it'll work for me, right? So whatever that social proof is. Scarcity. Do you have millions of these and it's not scarce, or do we only have 5 red left or 8 blue left, or whatever the case is? The more you can add scarcity in it, creates FOMO, fear of missing out, like they want to purchase now, and it gives them an incentive and a reason to purchase now. Same thing I think should be the next one, which is urgency. Yes, it is. Why do I need to buy it now? Is this sale only today? Does the price go up? Are we putting this product, like Disney used to do this, like we're putting this back in the vault so you can't purchase it for the next 6 months. This is a drop and we're only doing this color for Mother's Day or for Father's Day, whatever it is. How can you create this urgency to buy the product now? And that could come in like, hey, we're doing a buy one, get one free. We only have 20 of these available and it's only available till Friday. That creates, bundles plus scarcity plus urgency. So you can stack these offer elements on top of each other. Obviously post-purchase opportunities via email, text message, things like that, super important. And then the last thing on here is discounts and coupons. Are there certain discounts or there coupons that you get for doing certain things? Obviously with Grommet, we give 20% off for giving that upvote, but are there discounts and coupons you can add? How can you mix and match and move things around and bundle these little offer elements together? The more of these elements that you can put into a single offer, the higher your conversion rate is going to be. So play around with these different ones and test them and continually test them over and over again. Whew, that was a mouthful. We're almost there. 6 snowballing every sale. How can we turn every sale into more sales? Because every customer is so important to us. This is why we love Grommet, because we send the customer directly to you. They check out on your Shopify store, so you own that customer and you can turn that customer into another customer or get more from that customer, increasing their lifetime value with you. Sorry, I just nailed the microphone. So as a new emerging brand, you need to turn every one of your shoppers into a marketer for your brand, a supporter for your brand, an advocate for your brand, an ambassador for your brand, an affiliate for your brand, whatever you want to call it. We want to make every shopper very, 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 very valuable and increase their lifetime value. So how do we snowball every sale? Well, we want reviews. We want people to review our product, tell us how great the product is, because that's going to create that, what we just talked about on offers, more social proof, which is super important. So you could do this, on your site. Do you want it on specific platforms? Like, where do you want these reviews to happen? And again, you can dictate that. You can control that, in your post-purchase email flows and things like that. Where do you want these reviews to happen? Once you get these reviews, well, then you can turn these reviews into ads. You can turn them into copy. You can turn them into social media posts. Something that we do on the brand side at Grommet is every time we get a Shopify app review, I send that over to our creative team. They create these like social media, like these cards, and we post them all over social media. Like, hey, check out what so-and-so had to say about launching on the Grommet. And so we get the review on Shopify, which is where we want our review to happen, because we're a Shopify app is where most of our downloads occur. And we want people, when they come to there, oh, wow, they have hundreds of 5-star reviews. This is awesome. So we want the reviews to happen there, but then we repurpose them and use them in our marketing to get more brands to go to Shopify. And then they see all these reviews, and then they install the app, and then they launch on Grommet, and it's a nice little viral loop there. Surveys, surveying your customers. Why did they purchase from you? How did they find out about you? All of this, all that good stuff. So post-purchase surveys, really, really important to help you learn about your shoppers. Rewards programs, there's so many of them out there today, but can you reward and incentivize your shoppers? Can you gamify? Can you give them points when they repurchase? Do they get more points, which is good for like future discounts or cash back or whatever the case is? But rewards programs are super powerful because they encourage additional purchases. So the most expensive sale is the first one. The most expensive sale, whether you're running paid media, whether you're on Grommet, whether you have something with a rev share, a performance agency, whatever it is, the first sale is the most expensive. But then if you can get that same customer who you've already acquired, who you've already paid money out of your pocket to acquire, if you can get them to buy more, that's now a free sale or an inexpensive sale. Whether you're doing that through email or rewards programs or SMS, whatever it is. So post-purchase is super important. Can you create an affiliate and ambassador programs? There's really cool programs like Social Snowball out there where, they'll turn every one of your customers into an affiliate and give them custom affiliate links, and you can pay them out in points or actual cash or in product, and lots of different things that you can do there. Again, Social Snowball is a great brand there. Can you get your shoppers, your super fans, to create UGC for you, user generated content of them using your product that then you can use in ads and more social and things like that, and get them to post on their socials, getting access to their audiences, things like there. So I image and photos and videos. One of the coolest things you could do, super old school, is you can pick up the phone and call your shoppers. Like, hey, why'd you purchase? What'd you do? Like, would love to learn more about your experience with it. And you could turn those into interviews that you can post. Like, there's so much you could do, but you could pick up the phone and call folks. And then, that brings us into our final piece, which is leveraging discovery platforms. Discovery platforms like the Grommet. If you enjoyed this presentation here today, I want to just spend just a minute of time talking a little bit about the Grommet, how you can get launched on the Grommet, and how we can help you to grow your business. Well, the first thing, at the Grommet that I want you to know is it's a level playing field. So every Thursday we launch 20 new products, and every product starts at the bottom. 0 upvotes, 0 sales. Level playing field. Doesn't matter if you're a $100 million brand or you're just trying to make your first sale. You all start on Thursday at a level playing field, and the shoppers, the people who come to the Grommet, start to help you to rise to the top. They play a part in your success on the platform, which is super cool. As I've said multiple times here, you own the customer. We send the shopper directly to your Shopify store to check out, so you own that relationship with the customer. There is 0 upfront risk or capital. We don't charge you to set up. We don't charge you to apply. And all organic sales and launch week sales are free. The first 7 days you're on the platform, no rev share, no commissions, nothing like that at the beginning. And then all organic sales that you continue to get over time our 0% commission as well on all promoted sales. We do have a rev share, and you can learn all about that on the landing page. And then the cool thing is, like, we have this really cool supportive community that watch videos like this, that are commenting on YouTube, that are all on social. They all want to help each other win, and we've created a full suite of education and tools and resources, videos like this, to help you succeed both on and off of Grommet. I've talked about a lot of things here today that will help you on Grommet, but it'll also help you on, social media or on different platforms. All of this stuff can be used in those different places. And then a track record. I got to update these numbers, but we're over 800 products launched on the new platform. More than 4,000 products have launched on Grommet since 2008. Pretty freaking cool. Lots of really, really good products. So again, like talking about offers, right? This is, a good offer competing on price. Grommet's free. We're track record, that's social proof. Urgency, scarcity. The sooner that you apply, the sooner you can launch, especially going into, holiday season, stuff like that. We need to get you on Grommet so that we can, have you on our holiday lists and things like that. So apply, like right now, right here today. How do you first share a couple of these? Give me 1 second because I want to move me out of the way so you can actually read this. So here is the Puck. Says, I highly recommend listing and launching your product with Grommet. The email correspondence was top notch and included detailed information on how to apply, how to build out the product page, key points to keep in mind when highlighting my product, along with step-by-step digestible video tutorials. Made the entire process a breeze. We saw an incredible increase of over 600% website sales the days following the launch date on the platform, and are excited to continue to see an increase in both traffic to our website and growth to our customer base in Q4, thanks to Grommet, to their dedicated team. Love hearing that from the good folks at the Puck. And here is Hide and Scratch. App works perfectly, and launching on Grommet should be a no-brainer for anyone looking to boost sales. I had my best sales week ever after going live. Love to hear that. Moving myself back to the other side of the screen as we continue on. I would love to have you apply to launch on Grommet. All the information is right below this video. You can check that out. Click to go and apply. All you do is be on Shopify, download the Shopify app, set up your page, takes about 10 minutes, and we can get you on the launch calendar. We launch 20 new products every single Thursday, and I'd love to have you tell the whole world about it and do the Oprah Effect, get you that snowballing momentum, generate those customers onto your platform, and build a brand that is truly unstoppable. Thank you guys so much for watching today. Head to thegrommet.com. At the top, boom, you see that red box at the top where it says submit your product. That's where you can do it all. Or you can go to Shopify, go to the App Store, and search for the Grommet. Either one is going to work for you. Get all set up. I want to thank you guys for checking out this video. If you need anything at all, feel free to reach out to me, Greg at thegrommet.com. Would love to talk to you, and I will talk to you guys real soon. Thanks.